One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious... As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and...
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them.
It kinda looks like a...
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Oh, says this little doodad lets you... May the mighty God bless us with... Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do...
Exactly. That, and with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon... 500 years ago, the same... Okay, next, let's come... Oh, come on! Paimon's brain is... Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon. Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all... Well, seems no matter which way we he's from Sumeru, and even has a position in the Academia. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from... Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that...
Here, this is a letter from Tainari...
Oh, let me see... Oh! Ooh. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise. Sorry, the Akasha didn't...
What? You too? But what...
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left...
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But...
No need to worry. And besides, you two should... In this world, there will all... Take me, for example.
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you... Hey, come on!
Oh. So what do we do now? Even if... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild had...
I'm gonna overshoot this month's budget.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the...
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Cath...
Please do not worry. I may know of someone in Sumeru. The Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only...
Corps of 30?
Supposedly, they are named as such because Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you're welcome. I wish you two the best.
All right, off to the Citadel of Razor we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you...
I see. So, Catherine's the one who's... Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly... We originally came from the desert. It isn't just us, though.
Oh? Why is...
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru, and gifted because of the Academia's influence, not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces...
Really? Aw.
Ha! But who knows?
All right, well...
No problem.
Seems Asfand was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person? And isn't...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are...
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon. The man journeyed across deserts and through. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon...
Okay, and then...
And then, the calamity came. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, oh, Archon Seeker. Do you now understand? Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass.
Yeah, thanks for the story!
In a way.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusana...
Of course. So did you... I'm terribly sorry, but...
Hey, someone. Ugh, this stinks. Let's see if we can get rid of...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, she went...
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while.
Just take my word for it.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me.
You can relax now. We threw...
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them.
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's move out.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were...
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents...
And if I refuse to go with...
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry...
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't...
Stay out of this. You don't understand. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to...
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never... That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the... And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna...
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limit, and I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. And every time I bring this up, they just change this. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done because she saved me. The love I have for this is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to return, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins.
Okay, Dia.
Yay! Looks like they've reached...
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to...
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly... Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family.
You get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of more, but please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything.
How about our charcoal-baked agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over...
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord...
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the... I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You... Who are you? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate to... Wow, you really do know Dunyarzad. Is there anything you want? Want? Not really. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. But can you make my illness go away? Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough. Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, okay. Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me. And beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness.
What's the Sub-Zero's?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death.
Aww, but that's all.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few...
Just remember that we're still out in public.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord...
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my... I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though.
No, that would be too much. Even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never...
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in... Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so... Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say that, but everything worked.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru.
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely... By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do.
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already...
Wow!
Not bad.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. We reported it to the Academia.
Oh, probably because it was the...
The Academia looks down on performers like us. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us, we hired someone to pack. The stage is going to be even pretty.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros. The most
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord.
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about how, according to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration a long, long time ago. On one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, some of the gods got drunk. One started playing as she danced upon the grass. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how, though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to...
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Patisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying...
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look... Did you know that the Sub-Zeros festival is about to happen? There'll be a lot...
Things are really shaping up. Don't be fooled into thinking that... And when it comes to music...
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing.
I thought I'd...
Wow.
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fun... I've noticed that...
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the Goddess of Flowers had beautiful...
Dancing at the Sub-Zeros as a child. I even asked my grandmother. My grandmother said the Sub-Zeros festival has been losing.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival... I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer I mean, that's...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Hmm? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the event, but saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for...
Yes, and you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking...
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could... Oh.
Alright, we'll see you next time!
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element...
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia! What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up...
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Rexar and wait for Dia.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting... Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you...
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blush.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you to... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take it you all know each...
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Odd...
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft.
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its... Since you've already mentioned...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the...
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro...
I suppose that's one way to look. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can the Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach.
Apparently what was lost has... If you're interested, maybe you can...
Are you serious, Chief? All the
If you're also...
Count me out. I've got... And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say there are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
You bet they are.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Well, Traveler...
Thanks, Dia! And you too, since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sabzeruz Festival. So good. Then we'll see you both...
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always...
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly Let's get our bearings so we can start. We know that whatever the Academia lost is really... Osvan told us to try posing as Academia's... Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more... Well, given all the people...
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you to...
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the... Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and... you see over there? Those are students from the Academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever... If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better.
Those students seem to be discussing something.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries...
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions, especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and...
They're called Ain el Akhmar. Today...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with... They're usually pretty wary of outsiders. I've heard that Ain el Akhmar likes to set up...
Wait, did you say 500,000?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is...
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa! Did you hear that? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information. Oh, all right. Paimon never thought...
Oh, he will pay the price one day.
Wanna buy some spices? We have all the usuals, but at a reasonable price.
This is the place we heard those students talking about.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss?
Ha! They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing—
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll—
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Desh.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what...
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is this?
Oh! Sorry! He must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand this.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can— As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Desh. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom. But he—
So, you mean the traitor—
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes! Furthermore, she conspired with— But the story doesn't end. Mark my words. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation—
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged academia.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things— Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all over— Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item.
Hey! Shut it, Al-Haytham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin—
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your—
Ha! The boss made it perfectly—
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was—
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to— If, on the other hand, we can't agree on— I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you've— I am quite confident that if I began to take— Also, a word of—
What did you—
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow—
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their—
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the— Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Haytham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them, since they weren't able to make off with your All right. Goodbye.
Hold your tore through their scam right in front of them. You must know the real story about...
Who exactly are you two? And why are you a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you...
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from Ein. Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your...
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It does...
So, since...
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the ant. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremite...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to... This is what you've been looking for.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can... Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge, but despite strict regulations, over the past century... Oh, meanwhile, those which the era... Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's... With our current arrangement, you're still resolved.
Fresh fruits and veggies, both quantity and
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must... I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say she's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intent. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. Beyond the password, though,
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her...
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look...
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when... That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in... Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here's... Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any more left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be...
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back... Okay, Then we have a deal.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette.
Following the paper got us past the first...
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing mourning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Hold on. That's not right. Taken by...
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a clook.
Before I retrieve your... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by... Thanks. If better goods come in, you look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is... He's cautious of us. Let's take a...
Before I retrieve your... please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by... Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Al-Haytham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Delicious food, freshly made and served.
He ran that way. Land Tiger! Come this way! Another password! Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right! Here, over here! You can stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll...
Oh, very good. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you... Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then... But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. So that's why I prefer... It's your first time here, but don't worry. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in... What kind of products do you seek? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological heat. Or how about... With this one, you can become an expert. Ooh, now 2 million Mora, and it's yours. Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick. All right, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned. You've really got... We'll take these, please and thank you. My, oh my. You are blessed with the taste. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend... Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million. But all the canned knowledge we just... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get... Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful. Excellent. Then please, select from... Hold on a second. Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsule's over here. Uh-oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use elemental sight to... So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the Mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to... Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least... Dory, we'll take this... All right, very good. Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham. Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Ha, you two made it. And from the look...
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakala Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcher won't come.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down?
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru when we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to—
In that case, you're on the right. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the dendro—
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the— As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of— My personal finances and connections cannot— I agreed to forego ownership of the divine— However, there are those who are—
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's—
So you kept hounding them because they refused to
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to— So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into— The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publish— Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule— Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you—
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where—
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms— The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Alhaitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge cap—
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. All right, this place works.
Here.
Sword fighting techniques 8.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal. There may be variances in your—
Wow! Alhaitham! Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the Academia, right?
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
Sounds like you're trying—
All right, let's begin the test.
There is no escape!
All right. I'll link your Akasha terminal to— The next step is to use this knowledge. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish—
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Solidify! Bow your head.
Now, I'll start recording.
Al-Haytham, how's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability.
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million—
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's content. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. I'm heading back to Ikela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule— Coming through! Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. Perfect. Can you really get us anything we want? Anything? Uh-huh. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in— Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours, but you know, that kind of information isn't good. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auctions. But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious. How— Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of— As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, it's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. Ain el-Ahmar? Ah, so you're already— The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge capsule. After all, that divine knowledge capsule is unlike— The capsule is clearly visible in the pic— Thanks for the info, Dor. Please, it's my pleasure. Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. We got the info you wanted!
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene. All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar. In which case, if we play our cards—
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ah— after we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their—
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again. I'll see you then.
Oh, Hatham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Light.
Yep, let's—
Oh, Hatham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to act—
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more— This is turning into quite an occasion.
Back up! Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped— I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come!
Following orders.
Feeling lucky today?
I'll take my leave. Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him.
Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
World, forget me.
You won this one.
Huh? What in Tibet just happened?
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane at—
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life go— This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly—
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos.
Oh, We were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something.
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom.
Everything about Lesser Lord
I'm heading back to the Academia.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zeros Festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?